Lloyd Banks in the building. Thank you so much for taking the time. Appreciate you, Lloyd.
I appreciate y'all brothers more, man. I'm tuned into the show all the time.
Thank you, legend. We appreciate you taking the time. The Course of the Inevitable 2 is out right now. Make sure y'all go cop that. Benny the Butcher, Jada
Yes.
Kiss, Dave
Yes, sir.
East, Lloyd Banks the Legend is dropping. What can fans expect from this legendary project?
Oh man, they could expect what I've been doing for the last 20 years, you know. Even when I'm not working, I'm working. That's my hobby. This is my muse. So I'm always writing, putting together new music. So they can expect what they got on the first project, The Course of the Inevitable, which dropped last year around June. So this is the sequel. And it's basically just touching on a lot of real life topics, you know, for me being an older artist now. And it's basically just about staying the course, you know. Life is not going to be easy. You know, it's going to be left turns, right turns, U-turns, forks in the road, you know, and I'm just trying to touch on all of those things that I've been through.
So the second this album drops, I'm listening to it. I'm walking down the street on 6th Avenue, and I get to like the 10th track, Traffic with Davies, and Davies says, Jalen and Jacoby on the track. Now, Jalen gets shouted out all the time, but I've never heard my name, and I just want to thank you so much because that made my life, dog. That meant so much to me. When he said that in the booth, what was your reaction?
That was, you know, it's crazy because that's happened to me a lot of times. You know, a lot of rappers wanted to play ball or play ball prior to rapping. So when he caught that line, I wanted to take credit for it so bad. But, you know, shout out to Peace, you know what I mean, for plugging the show. Word.
Absolutely. So G Unit Hunger for More dropped in 2004. And
June
I
20.
was so very grateful when you said, I ain't from Michigan, but I'm in the Fab Five, Yayo 50, Bucking Game. You know my freaking name. And how much for you, like, did you take and did you learn from that period of time when you guys were like rock stars internationally?
I came in the game 19 years old, 19 turning 20. That was like incredible. Just to give you like a little back history, we brought LeBron James out on stage before he even made it into the NBA. Like when he was entering as, you know what I mean? So
Wow.
you know what I mean? He got to come to the show and see me running around as a 20-year-old. It was kind of crazy in itself. So can't put words on it, man. It was a hell of a time. I think about it all the time.
You're a wealth of knowledge. You're a seasoned veteran. I got to ask you about the New York Knickerbockers. Right now, they're in discussions to possibly bring Donovan Mitchell to the squad. What are your thoughts on them potentially acquiring Donovan Mitchell to come play for the Knicks?
I've been a Knicks fan since the late 80s. So you already know how ecstatic I am. I've been through all of the eras, all of the jerseys. I'm hyped, man. I don't want to like, you know, jinx it or anything like that, but it would be dope to see Donovan come to the town and play in the Mecca. I'm looking forward to that.
As a New Yorker, I understand this, but I want you to speak to our audiences. The Brooklyn Nets have Kyrie Irving, Ben Simmons, and Kevin Durant. Like they got the three of the biggest stars in the NBA, but it doesn't mean a thing in this city because it's not the Knicks. Explain to our audience why that is the case.
I think you got to be here to really understand, you know. But you know, the Knicks, the culture, we took so many losses. I just think the city is so hard to play in, you know, and that's with any field, you know, not just you know, basketball, but music and entertainment in general. You know, it's real crucial out here, and they'll get on you in hard times. That's why I got so much respect for Carmelo Anthony for coming to play for New York at a time where a lot of major stars wouldn't come play.
Lloyd Banks, I know we're being poised professionals, but we're huge fans, my brother. And like you said, you burst onto the industry at 19, 20 years of age, and your punchlines and your bars and your hooks have been historic. So I have to ask you this question. Take your time and think about it. Who are your top 5 artists when it comes to punchlines in the history of rap?
I would say Big L.
Hmm.
Say Lord Finesse. I would say Jadakiss. I would say Fabulous,
Definitely.
and I would have to take the last spot.
No doubt. That's how you stick to
There you
landing.
go.
Simone Biles, you stick to landing. Perfect 10.
Banks, I want to ask you about Kevin Durant and the Brooklyn Nets. So Kyrie opted into his deal. Kevin Durant's got a 4-year deal with the Nets, but says, I want to be traded. If you're running the Brooklyn Nets, how do you handle this situation with Kevin Durant?
As a Knicks fan, I let him go.
Yeah. He said, as a Knicks fan, you heard that?
I don't care.
All the answer, but I think he deserves to do what he wants to do at the caliber of athlete that he is.
Well, we love you, my brother, and we appreciate you taking the time. We hope to come check you out at some shows, and you're more than welcome anytime to come back and join Jalen and Jacoby. We appreciate you taking the time.
Appreciate y'all brothers, man. Y'all keep doing y'all thing. NYK.
No doubt.
Course the Inevitable 2 is out right now. Lloyd Banks, Jalen Rose, what does our guest have?
Bars!
We'll be back right after.